Hey guys, so real quick, I think I've figured out the multi-monitor problem with the Sinden light guns. The first thing you have to do is use your NVIDIA control panel software to adjust where the monitors go, first of all. This gives you 100% accuracy down to the pixel level. So notice here I'm going to grab my marquee. I have a physical marquee right above this machine, and I'm going to put it right here in direct alignment. So this way it's the 1920,0. And so that's the same width as my main monitor, so in this case it makes the setup on the Sinden very, very easy. So now that that's set, let's go into the Sinden software, save these changes. So notice I'm not using Windows Display to do this. Now in the Sinden software, I'm going to calibrate this as I normally would. Actually, before we do, we'll go to the cursor offset. Because my machine is basically, I've configured another monitor to be to the right of this machine, it's actually, this monitor is half the size of the other monitor. So I'm going to put in 0.5 for the X ratio factor. We're going to save that. Now I'm going to go to the alignment. Now I've got my Sinden gun here, and I'll show you what it looks like from this point forward. So from the alignment section, what I'm going to do is just simply hold down the left D-pad button to have it pop up a cursor. So there's the cursor right now. The cursor is kind of way off, and so I'm just going to hold down the left D-pad button, and you'll see the cursor is in the very far right of the corner. We're going to go ahead and shoot that. And I need to do some fine tuning, so the cursor looks like it's a little too high, so I'm going to move this down a little bit. That looks good. And then I need to move over a little bit to the right. Okay, now to show you the marquee is working, you should be able to see that there. Okay, now to show you the marquee is working, let's take this mouse button and we'll move it over to the right. So see how there's the mouse cursor there on the marquee? Now it's back on the main screen. The advantage is this is directly aligned right down the sights with the cursor. So we are good to go. I'm going to save these settings. And now I'm going to go into a game and show you how this will work. Here's where it's really interesting now. So you have to save the alignment settings. We'll go into configuration, and we're going to burn this configuration to the light gun. I'm just going to click all the save settings. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the cursor offset section, and I'm going to put the X ratio factor back to 1. So we're going to put it back. I only used it for calibration. Now I'm going to save those settings, and just for giggles, I will save the settings on the configuration screen. And now, let's go into Big Box and turn on this marquee. Okay, now I'm in Big Box. You can see I still have the border from my previous config, so let's go ahead and turn off the border using the gun. And let's go find an example game that I've set up, which is Area 51. And there's Area 51. Here is my marquee. I have a marquee for this. Now, I'm not going to use the gun to set up the border. I actually had to configure the game with a software bezel to do the border. For some reason, the button will no longer set up a bezel, so it's easier just to use a software version that comes with the Sinden light gun software. So we'll go ahead and start the game. And again, I did not set the border with the Sinden. Let's put in some credits, because we own the arcade now. And let's see here. Hopefully that's going to be lined up with the camera. Look at that. Look at that accuracy, baby. It is dead on. Going to need the pump here to reload, but we'll show you some examples. There's the bezel. Look, I can move this off screen towards where the bezel would be before. Nothing happens. Look at this. I'm now playing a light game. A light game with a Sinden light gun with an active marquee. I'm not doing very good at it, but I'm doing it nonetheless. It's pretty awesome. So hey, let me know if this technique works for you. Remember, use your video card software to set the monitor alignment. And once you've got the Sinden configured, All you need really is kind of the right bezels for your game and your emulator. Alright, we'll see you for the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and all that other BS.